Hello, everyone. Do you want to learn English in a fun and easy way? Do you want to sound smart like a president? Today, we will learn about a very important person in American history, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. He was a great leader, and his words can teach us a lot of English words that are easy to understand but very powerful. Get ready to boost your vocabulary and impress your friends. Let's start our journey to learn English by understanding the life of a truly inspiring figure. Learning about history and great speeches is a fantastic way to pick up new words. Franklin D. Roosevelt's story is full of courage, challenges, and big achievements. And guess what? He used simple, clear English that everyone could understand. This makes his speeches perfect for learning English words. We will follow his life story, and along the way, we'll discover many useful English words and phrases that you can use every day. Today, we will talk about Franklin Delano Roosevelt, often called FDR. He was the 32nd President of the United States. He was born on January 30, 1882. He came from a rich family in New York. He went to Harvard University and Columbia Law School. He had a good education, and he learned a lot about the world. From a young age, he was interested in politics and helping people. In 1905, he married Anna Eleanor Roosevelt. She was also a very important person. She helped him a lot throughout his life and was a strong advocate for human rights. They had 6 children together. In 1910, FDR started his political career. He was elected to the New York State Senate. This was his first step into public service. He worked hard and showed that he cared about the people. He quickly became known as a rising star in politics. During World War I, he served as Assistant Secretary of the Navy from 1913 to 1920. This job gave him a lot of experience in government and leadership. He learned how to manage big projects and work with many different people. Then, in 1921, something very difficult happened. He got a disease called polio. Polio made it hard for him to walk. He lost the use of his legs. This was a very hard time for him. But he did not give up. He worked very hard to get better. He used a wheelchair for the rest of his life, but he continued to lead and inspire people. This showed his incredible strength and determination. He taught himself to walk short distances with braces and crutches, but mostly he relied on his wheelchair. This personal challenge made him more empathetic to the struggles of others. After getting sick, he spent several years trying to recover, but he did not stop thinking about public service. In 1928, he was elected governor of New York. This was a big comeback. As governor, he started many programs to help people who were struggling. He showed that he was a leader who cared deeply about the well-being of ordinary citizens. In 1929, the Great Depression started. This was a very bad time for America and the world. Many people lost their jobs, their homes, and their savings. Businesses closed, and there was a lot of poverty and sadness. It was one of the hardest economic times in history. People were losing hope, and they needed strong leadership. In 1932, Franklin Roosevelt was elected President of the United States. He promised a new deal for the American people. He won by a large margin because people were desperate for change and believed in his vision. His message was one of hope and action. He understood the suffering of the people and offered a plan to fix things. When he became president in 1933, he immediately started to work on his New Deal. The New Deal was a series of programs and reforms to help America recover from the Great Depression. These programs had 3 main goals: relief, recovery, and reform. Relief meant giving immediate help to people who were suffering. For example, he started programs to provide food, money, and jobs. The Civilian Conservation Corps, CCCC, hired young men to work on environmental projects, like building parks and roads. This gave them income and a sense of purpose. Recovery meant bringing the economy back to normal. He created programs to help businesses grow again and to help farmers. The Agricultural Adjustment Act, AA, helped farmers by regulating crop production and prices. The Public Works Administration, PWA, built large-scale public works such as dams, bridges, hospitals, and schools, creating many jobs. Reform meant changing the system so that such a bad depression would not happen again. One of the most important reforms was the Social Security Act of 1935. This law created a system of old-age pensions, unemployment insurance, and aid for disabled people and children. It laid the foundation for modern social welfare in the United States. He also reformed the banking system to make it safer. FDR's New Deal policies greatly helped many people and brought hope back to the country. He used radio broadcasts called fireside chats to talk directly to the American people. He explained his policies in simple terms, which made people feel connected to him and more confident. He spoke with a warm, reassuring voice, making people feel like he was talking directly to them in their living rooms. This helped him build trust and support. Then, in the late 1930s, another big problem started World War II. In 1939, Germany invaded Poland, starting the war in Europe. At first, America tried to stay out of the war, but as the war spread and became more dangerous, it became clear that America would have to get involved. In December 1941, Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, U.S. naval base in Hawaii. This attack brought America into World War II. President Roosevelt quickly led the country into the fight. He formed alliances with Great Britain, the Soviet Union, and other countries to fight against Germany, Italy, and Japan. These were called the Allied powers. During the war, President Roosevelt worked tirelessly. He was a strong leader during a very difficult time for the world. He met with other world leaders like Winston Churchill from Great Britain and Joseph Stalin from the Soviet Union to plan strategies. He guided the American military and economy to support the war effort. His leadership was crucial for the Allied victory. He served an unprecedented 4 terms as president, winning elections in 1932, 1936, 1940, and 1944. No other president has served for such a long time. His long tenure shows how much the American people trusted him, especially during times of crisis. He passed away on April 12, 1945, near the end of World War II. He did not live to see the final victory, but his work made it possible. President Roosevelt also had a vision for world peace after the war. He strongly believed in the idea of countries working together to prevent future wars. He was a key figure in planning for the creation of the United Nations UN. The UN was formed after his death, but his ideas and efforts were very important for its establishment. The UN's goal is to maintain international peace and security, foster friendly relations among nations, and promote social progress, better living standards, and human rights. So, why is Franklin D. Roosevelt so important? He led America through 2 of its biggest crises, the Great Depression and World War II. He created programs like the New Deal that helped millions of people. He also helped set up the United Nations, an organization that still works for peace today. He was a president who brought hope and strength to his country when it needed it most. His legacy continues to influence American politics and social policy today. His speeches are still studied today, not just for their historical importance, but also for their powerful and clear language. He showed that you don't need complex words to convey deep meaning and inspire action. He spoke directly to the hearts of the American people, and his words continue to resonate around the world. Wow, we've covered so much about Franklin D. Roosevelt, from his early life to his time as president. During the Great Depression and World War II, his story is full of important lessons and inspiring moments. And we learned many useful English words along the way. Remember, learning about history can make your English journey much more interesting and meaningful. Keep practicing these words and try to use them in your own sentences. The more you use them, the more natural they will feel. Learning English doesn't have to be boring, it can be an exciting adventure, just like exploring the life of a great leader. Keep up the great work and see you next time.